upset here. Looks like they're getting started.
Alright. So, spaceship. So we can see in spaceship, we just have a little tiny level that we have to go through to get to the actual main level. You just have to talk to this, or you just have to press this button, and then walk over to this Mafia man. Suar going for the swag strats.
He got a low 14?
Yeah.
Dang, dude. I don't think I've ever gotten any 14. I'm trash. I don't care about spaceship, dude. I feel like... I don't know, I feel like I could save that second elsewhere, but, I mean, at some point I gotta start doing that myself.
Yeah, so you can see both runners, instead of going straight for the timepiece, are going to be grabbing these two yarns that are kind of out of the way, but still close enough to be worth grabbing. You need these two pieces of yarn in order to craft the sprint hat. You can see Suar finishing pretty cleanly with a 23-second IL.
I think Yoshi got the thing where he starts swinging and he ends up going backwards.
Yeah, it's a weird occurrence. Sometimes Hit is swinging backwards instead of forwards. I don't really know what causes it. It's probably something to do with the camera.
It's personally, it happens to me when I swing too early. If I start mashing like before the camera actually changes back to Hackett's perspective, then they'll swing first. Like you have to be holding towards the Mafia guy and then start swinging. But yeah.
Yeah. So, Suar gets that.
Oh, he got the telly. Yeah.
That's not common. That's an interesting little mistake right there. I don't know what causes that, but it's really weird. So you can see Suar is... he took damage there on purpose in order to grab the ticket. If you pick up a ticket while you're taking damage, you'll actually duplicate it. So instead of having to grab 3 tickets to open the red vault, you only have to pick up 2 tickets. You pick up one that you can just grab right away and then dupe the other one. So we're kind of going out of our way to grab a bunch of yarn. Luckily there's a lot of really fast yarn on the way getting to the main section of this level. You need this yarn in order to craft the brewing hat, which is used in particularly the upcoming 2 levels, but it's used all over the run in certain places.
Yeah, there used to be a route where we did, because in the very first level we grabbed 5 pawns so that we can unlock this one. We used to avoid doing that because we didn't realize that brewing hat was actually faster for the upcoming barrel battle and in the whatchamacallit, Mafia boss and Down with the Mafia. But since discovering that brewing hat speeds up those fights, we've rerouted it, and grabbing those 5 pawns in the first level doesn't really lose any time.
So both our runners are finishing up the second level of the run.
Yeah, and they got similar IL times on that as well.
Yeah, so I think Suar finished with 133.
Yeah. So
Yoshi actually has a 130. Yeah, Suar lost some time because of that warp he had right at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I was just headed towards barrel battle. This level is pretty straightforward. You just have to fight a couple of Mafia guys. Right at the beginning you have to kill 4 of them, and then you wait for the 5th one to come down. After you kill him, then the timepiece spawns.
I need to update that strat as well. For the 3rd guy, I usually use the 2nd potion instead of jumping on his head. That saves what, like a fraction of a second or something?
Yeah, it's pretty minor optimization. You jump on his head while charging the potion, so you have the potion already charged for the last guy.
Yeah. Maybe worth, but who knows?
Yeah, so you can see Suar kind of just standing still at this section of the level. If you stand in basically this entire general area and don't move, but he was jumping, if you don't move, then you won't get hit at all during the entire course of him throwing barrels at you.
I honestly wonder if the guys... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so You could see him do it on the left side. He was charging his brewer in order to snipe the mafia guy as he was walking down the barrels. If you hit him with the brewer as he's walking down, then he'll go down a lot faster, so you can start attacking him quicker.
Yeah, because normally he like stair steps down each of the barrel heights, each of the barrel platforms, but you knock him down early with the brewer hat. That's part of the reason, but also just fighting the 4 guys as well. Having the brewer hat makes it a lot faster because it does 2 damage on a direct hit instead of just 1 that the umbrella does.
Alright, so both runners are heading towards down with the mafia. This level is has a little bit of platforming in it, and then a little bit of RNG at the end. So what depends on the RNG is whether or not this mafia boss that we'll be fighting does a certain amount of attacks a certain amount of times.
Yeah, he can give you between 2 and 4 crowd cycles where he kind of jumps into the crowd, and it's just a phase of the fight where you literally can't do damage to him at all. And then in between attack phases, he can also do a little animation where he kind of yells at Hat Kid. Those are like angry cycles. So, and he can give anywhere, I think, between 0 and 4 of those, if I'm right.
It's the same as sandbags. He's guaranteed to give at least 1 each phase. So it's 2 to 4 times.
Oh, is it 2 to 4 times as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see Suar. He's actually doing some weird platforming right now. He's standing on top of. He's standing on these ledges that let you just jump over the cutscene to trigger a little mini boss fight right before the true fight. So Suar, not necessarily getting unlucky, but he does his sandbag text right away, which is kind of scary because if he does it at all one more time, then that's bad RNG. If he does supercharge right now, it's good RNG. Oh, good RNG. So you got the minimum amount of sandbags so far in the fight.
Yeah, this boss fight's not terribly difficult. There is one small thing, which is jumping on his head during the lightning bolt supercharge phase. That does actually speed up the lightning, but otherwise you're basically just reacting to him. There's nothing really terribly difficult about this fight. Just kind of sucks that it's RNG.
Yeah, unfortunately, EpicYoshiMaster missed fight skip, which is the platforming that
slowed before did he fall down?
Yeah, he fell down.
That stinks.
Yeah, so what's happening on Suar's side right now is he stood in the corner of the arena right as the mafia guy was going into his next phase. If you're charging the brewer hat while you're standing in the corner of the fight, he'll just try and throw you out of the way, but holding the brewer hat changes your collision, so you get stuck behind him. And so when he starts to do his mafia ball attack, it actually throws him out of his position, and he just falls down into the death barrier right under the fight. And,
yeah, I think
it spawns a times piece.
I think in the beta builds that existed and you didn't need brewer hat, and then they like bug fixed it. They changed Hat Kid's collisions that didn't happen, and then they added brewer hat. And in the launch patch of the game, of course, it works again now that we have brewer hat, and for whatever reason, it changes her collision.
Yeah, this fight is along with barrel battle. It's the main reason why we get the brewer hat so early in the run.
And Suar's on to the first time rift. He's going for the fast cycle as well.
See EpicYoshiMaster getting the quick kill there. Yeah, Suar's he makes the fastest cycle you can make right there. Yeah, these time rift levels that are themed like this, the one that he's in right now, a lot of them are dependent on cycles. They're just down to the core platforming levels. There's no real theme behind them besides the platforming. We could have a little bit of a route difference right here. Yoshi could be doing the level that Suar just did, or he could be doing Golden Vault, which is the level that Suar is doing right now. You could do them in either order you want, it just doesn't really matter.
My own opinion on that is like Suar's first is or Suar's second is a better idea, because it's like the runners do after these 2 levels need 100 pawns so that they can get into heating up Mafia Town,
Yeah,
and
so
it's easier to get back up pawns.
Both the runners are doing Suar's first. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Suar, he's trying to set up a trick there, and he unfortunately did not get up to the clock tower. I'm not sure if it's faster to save an exit right there.
I think it is.
Going back up to it.
If you're gonna fall all the way down, it is.
No, he didn't climb up all the way on the clock tower. Let's see if he actually gets it first. Okay, he gets the trick. Basically, he's trying to jump off a really high clock tower so he can take fall damage. And similarly to the same trick that we did in Shake Him Out of Space, if you pick up a ticket while you're taking damage, it actually duplicates it.
Yeah, and then there was a second ticket dupe on the little tiki torch, a little fire hitbox. So normally this level needs 4 tickets, but you're able to finish it with only 2. But yeah, if you fall all the way down when setting it up, then I believe it's still faster to save an exit there, and it only loses like 10 to 14 seconds or something like that. But if you're on the upper platform and not all the way down, then I think it's faster to just retry it without exiting.
Alright, Suar is on heating up Mafia Town. This level is pretty dependent on a few dive boosts. He gets the first big one, I think. Yeah. So he's gonna be intentionally taking damage as he progresses through this level in order to kill himself after he hits the 3rd valve. So he's gonna bring himself down to 1 HP right now, and then coming up after he hits this this final 3rd valve, he will kill himself, and then he'll spawn back at the beginning so that he can what's basically pretty much a teleport straight to the next valves that he has to break.
It's like a death warp, pretty much. Yeah, and taking damage along the way is like something that was found more recently. This level has had at least 1 death warp pretty much since launch, but yeah, routing in the damage along the way instead of saving it until the end of one of the valve routes, for example, and taking all 4 damage at once, it's a lot faster to be taking damage along the way.
Yeah, so this is the second death warp.
Yeah, it's the second one. This one has always been in, but it was the first one that wasn't always. We'll see what Yoshi will go for, if he's going for both or if he's just going for one.
Suar's actually on pretty good pace for heating up Mafia Town right now. Let's see what kind of
you can get like a mid 140, right? Or low
yeah,
140?
mid 140 is very good. He's not quite on pace for that. I think this is a 147, I believe. We'll see. Looks like Yoshi is setting up for the second death warp.
Oh yeah, he does go for both. Okay.
Suar gets a 146 by 1 frame. Oh,
hey,
1 frame.
That's mid. That's mid.
Prediction. Yeah, that's mid. Yeah, 146 is a very good high out time for that level. So good job to it. Here's Yoshi doing his first death warp. Suar is now entering the last level of Mafia Town for now. We will see one more level in Mafia Town later on, but that's right at the end of the run, basically.
Yeah, it's just a pawn count that's blocking him from doing it in one segment. Because there's the cheating the race level unlocks after completing this time rift that Suar's doing, but it requires 50 pawns. So, and we don't have that because we just spent all 100 of the ones that we have on heating on Mafia Town. So, and it's a little bit faster too because of mailroom. So it's not that bad to split them into 2 segments. But either way, we're forced to. And just gonna do a little swag jump under there. Grab the timepiece. Cool. 37 is a really good time on that level too.
Yeah, so Suar is now out of Mafia Town. He's going into Subcon Forests. You'll be seeing him going for a pretty hard trick coming up, where you basically have to do some precise platforming in order to jump over a really long cutscene. So
yeah,
hopefully
saves about 30 seconds, but yeah, hopefully he gets it. It is pretty punishing if he misses it.
yeah, if he does miss it, this is a chance for Yoshi to gain some time on him.
I wonder if Sora will go for it twice, or if he'll just hit the cutscene if he misses it. Because technically, it's still faster to go back and try it again, but
yeah, it is faster.
Looks like he's got it.
Looks good.
Oh no,
Ooh,
he didn't get the wall climb.
Good.
Yeah, he's gonna go try it again. He lost maybe about 20 and 25 seconds there by missing it. A little unfortunate, but he did have a decent lead coming into this, so.
Yeah, he has a little bit of a time cushion. If he misses it again, which he kind of did right there, he didn't fall all the way down, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, it's like a 10-second loss.
So he has to get a special kind of jump off of that branch right there called an STJ. Pretty much you let go of sprints as like, so you're sprinting and then you let go of sprints and then just like 2 or 3 frames after that you have to let go, or you have to press jump. Doing that will give you a lot of speed forward, and you'll also have an extra jump. So that's what makes this that skip possible.
Yeah, because when you're walking, you get a single jump and a double jump, and when you're sprinting, you get what's called a sprint jump, which is a height like somewhere halfway in between a regular and normal jump. But also, when you're sprinting, you got that forward momentum. So you basically get to have both benefits. Can toss all these paintings in. This should finish the level, and he's gonna go. Yeah, he's setting up for the death warp at the end of this level as well. Using this cherry, getting down to 1 damage, again taking damage all the way through the entire level. Basically, your hitbox is still active after you grab a timepiece, and you also get credit for the timepiece the instant you touch it. It doesn't matter, like that the level didn't fully exit. So basically, he's going to grab the timepiece at the same time as he dies, and it'll put him back at the beginning of contractual obligations, but with credit for the level. It saves 1 trip back to the hub. It saves, what is it, like 5 seconds, 6 seconds? Yeah, there it is. It looks like you got it.
Ooh, Yoshi missing bag skip. He does go for it. You can see the sequence he's in right now is what Suar skipped. So yeah, what that death warp accomplished is put him straight into the level again, where you can just go to Subcon Well, which
yeah, it saves menuing on the ship instead of getting forced back out. Grabbing a couple more yarn because they do need the ice hat later on in the level. I think they need a total of 8.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Yeah. So they're grabbing 2 more there, and then there's a few more later on. They don't need that until Battle of the Birds, but...
Yeah, so Suar is in Subcon Well right now. He just picked up a new movement tech. It's going to allow him to hook shot around like he is right now. Very important for a bunch of different levels coming up in the future. And particularly this one, because since this level is kind of like a tutorial for the hookshot, you get a lot of areas to use it in.
Yeah, there's only a couple levels that actually require hookshot, if I remember correctly. It's this one, and then the Pipe Rift, and then also Train Rush, yeah. Those are the 3 levels that actually require it to use the game. I think it is possible to do any % without the hook shot, though. Am I right, or no?
Yes, it is possible.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure. Where are my low % dudes in chat?
I think if you can include the purple rift, then I think it's possible. Because you couldn't do those 3 levels. You couldn't do Finale and Battle of the Birds. So you'd need to find 4 more levels. But you can't do anything in Alpine either, though, because you need hookshot for those.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Yeah. What percent fun to route, but no one actually runs it, I don't think.
Yeah. So, Suar just completed Subcommon Well, and Yoshi just completed Contractual Obligations. Yoshi did not go for the Death Warp, so he's going to have to enter back through the telescope.
Yeah, there is something that he does get in exchange, though. It's not a full-time loss, because he does get... Because he didn't do bag skip, right? So he does actually get, at the end of Subcon Well, the contract pops up. So he'll be able to exit area while grabbing the timepiece. He doesn't have to wait for that whole animation to finish. And we'll see that in maybe a minute or two here.
Yeah, hopefully he knows about it.
I'm sure if he doesn't go for bag skip, then he probably knows about it.
Well, he did go for bag skip, but he missed it. So, I don't know. It's kind of a... We'll see. So, Suar's doing some platforming around this puzzle area. Normally you're supposed to grab a cherry, do some platforming, and break these ice walls, but you can just jump over them. Just simply do that.
It's also a tutorial for the Dweller Mask, isn't it? The bells?
Yeah, it's a good introduction. So, Suar's in Vanessa's Manor right now. He's going to be doing a really easy skip. You just crawl into a wall in a certain spot, and it sends you straight to the end of the game. That was intentionally put in there by the devs, because it was kind of a joke in the beta speedrunning community about looking for Vanessa skip, and eventually the developers just put it in there.
Yeah, they saved us the effort, but and also it avoids spoilers for anyone who hasn't played the game. So
yeah.
It does look like Yoshi might have better load times, so the gap isn't as bad as it might seem at first bluff.
A little bit unfortunate falling down there by EpicYoshi. He recovers pretty well though. If you fall down in Subcon Well, it can be really easy to get flustered and have a hard time getting your way back up.
Yeah, because usually it'll put you in like a weird spot that isn't directly on the normal route, so you've got to like default to old strats or something.
Yeah. Suar entering Pipe. This level has a little bit of a cycle that you have to make in order to do it as fast as possible. And of course he's going to be going for it. There's a gear that comes up right at the end of this, like these 3 gear sections. Ideally you want to... He's gonna make it, by the way. Ideally you want to be on top of this gear while it's in the air, so you can grab the hook shot. You don't have to wait for it to come back up. He's on pretty good pace so far for Pipe.
Yeah, not too bad.
And there he goes. So Suar has 2 more levels in Subcon, and then he'll be on to the next chapter. Yoshi has Vanessa's Manor, Pipe, and then the 2 that Suar haven't completed yet.
I've been noticing this too, as people keep doing Village Rift inside of mail delivery. Is that any faster, or is that just preference?
It's just preference. The reason why you might want to do it is because you don't have to switch to keyboard. You can just mash A, because since mail delivery is the last act that you haven't completed, it just auto selects it. So if you just mash A, then it will go to there.
Oh, okay. Doesn't really lose time then, because you're still mashing a button.
Yeah, yeah. So Village actually doesn't have much of a cycle. It is mostly dependent on this jump at the very end, whether or not you can grab the timepiece right away or not. There's a puzzle that you're supposed to go around. Ooh. A little bit of a scary spot for Suar for a second there. coming up on the jump that I was just talking about. You want to jump on top of the bell and then jump straight into the timepiece. Let's see if he gets it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He just jumped
straight over, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder if he'll still hit the bell now. If he just wants to make up the time or if he's going to smack it again. Yeah, he's going to smack it for safety. That's unfortunate. That's maybe like 10 seconds lost. 10 to 12 seconds.
Yeah, you can make that jump without hitting the bell. It's just a safe strat to hit it. Because if you don't quite have enough height to grab the timepiece, you can still land on a little platform that spawns underneath it if you hit the bell.
Yeah, there is something kind of like Mario as far as jump mechanics goes, that the longer that you hold the A button from a grounded jump, the higher you'll actually get. So if your timing is off and you're not holding A as long as you should be, then you won't get enough height to make it across that gap without the platform. So that's a little small thing as far as game mechanics goes, that there are short hops versus full hops in this game.
Yeah, so Suar is doing the final level of this chapter. Basically, Snatcher gives you a scooter to ride on, and you just have to deliver mail to all his spirits around the subcon. It's gonna go for... You want to save the guy that's at the end of the level, or the guy that's right next to the timepiece for last, in order to do what he's doing right now. So when you hit the last guy and then grab the timepiece, a contract pops up, and when that happens, a pause screen comes up at the same time. So you can just save and exit out of the level and go into the hub and not have to watch the timepiece animation. So that's it from Subcon for Suar. We'll not be going back there on his side.
He re-equipped hookshot there, right?
I
think he did. But yeah, the hookshot will come into play in Train Rush in a little while. So, and when you do mail delivery, it gets unequipped. So at some point before Train Rush, before the start of Train Rush, he'll have to re-equip it. I think he did it though. Oh, he missed the rollout there. It's unfortunate. He tried to roll out through that little air vent and get a little speed boost, but
it's pretty minor platforming mistakes from Suar and Deadbird Studio, but nothing too big.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Jumping.
Oh, he missed the death warp though.
Yeah.
Oh, heck.
I was just about to explain that. If you go far enough over here, you can death warp into the next section instead of having to ride a really slow train cart over to it.
Yeah, it's a little checkpoint abuse.
Yeah, and what he's doing right now is kind of doing the same thing, but minus the death warp. He's just skipping a really long trolley sequence by jumping over it. There's a very conveniently placed platform that we can just climb up and skip straight to the end.
Yoshi working on his village rift. Wonder if he'll go for safe strats on the bell or not. It does look like he's trying to incorporate DSJs into his game as well.
Yeah, he's actually... YoshiMaster is actually known around the community for looking for a lot of TSJs, which we might see coming from him in some other levels. I haven't actually seen if he's done any TSJs, which is a movement tech. I'll explain it if he ever does one.
But yeah, DSJs, sorry, double sprint jumps, as opposed to sprint double jumps. Two different things. Basically, if you walk right off the edge of a platform while sprinting and jump immediately, you can actually get a little bit of extra. You can basically get two of those like 1.5 height jumps instead of just getting a single jump and then double jump. So that puts you a little bit higher than normal. But it requires having like an edge of a platform to walk off of. So it's a little bit hard to implement in some places, but in places that it works, you get a lot of extra height. Is this route faster?
Yeah, I was about to say, Suar showing off the new picture perfect route. It basically skips having to pick up an endorsement. If you pick up a second endorsement that doesn't bring up the dog spawns no matter what. So you can skip having to grab the first endorsement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it completely changed the route.
Huh.
Yeah,
I'll have to learn
even with a few mistakes, she still gets a 51, and a 51 in the old route would be a very good time.
Yeah, I think the IL record before was like a 52 or a 51. But if a 51 is like an average now, holy crap, that's something I want to learn.
Yeah.
That's interesting that the dog just kind of spawns.
Yeah. Doka actually found that, so it just adds to the helpful little skips that Doka has found in this game.
Dang, dude. Doka the legend. He also found bag skip.
Yeah, he found bag skip, and he also found a little movement optimization in this level that Suar is doing right now. We might see him do it. It's kind of tricky to get sometimes.
Is that the door at the end?
Yeah, yeah. Jumping on. Oh, not at the end. I'll be able to explain. I think Suar does go for it. It'll be easier to explain then. Yoshi, just getting out of Subcon right now. He's in Battle of the Birds now. He's about 3 levels behind Suar right now. Yeah, more like 2, because Suar still has this half of the level to complete.
Yeah, and there's also like a 2-minute gap in load times for them as well.
Yeah.
So I'd say Yoshi's maybe only about a minute and a half behind if you really take everything into account, but yeah, pretty sizable lead for Suar.
Yeah, so much for explaining that door strat, because Suar did not go for it. Basically.
Oh, I know. Oh, okay, I know which one you're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh my God, Suar gets early instant door.
Wait, did he get it?
He got instant door. That is
gosh.
That's a nearly frame perfect trick. I can't believe he got that. Good job on Suar.
Yeah,
I have not seen that. I don't think I've seen that in a tournament race yet.
I don't think I've seen that in a run before. Last I checked, that was something that was theory. So like,
yeah.
that's cool that it got found.
I can't. That is a very hard.
Yeah, to explain that, when you enter that room, because of all the sequence breaks and stuff, the checkpoint system has to like reassess itself. So when you enter that room with all the crows in it, it teleports you back to the front of the room after a couple seconds. But if you can make it to that door before the room teleports you, then it doesn't teleport you. It doesn't freak out. And it's like really, really tight to actually make that door. So that's really impressive that he got that. Last I checked, no one had actually done it RTA before.
I think the runner Kija is the one who found it, and he actually did it in a run. It was like the first sequence of somebody doing it. It was crazy.
I'm trying to remember who I was talking to about it. I thought it was theory. It might have been Doka as well. But that's really cool. And yeah, that basically, it saves having, what is it, like 6 seconds probably? 6 or 7 seconds?
Sorry, what saves time?
The teleport skip?
It's like 3.
Oh, is it 3?
Yeah, because I don't know. It's according to the Spire Knight. He told me. Don't lynch me if I'm wrong.
I think it's gotta be more than that. But yeah, he's heading into Train Rush here. Yeah, pretty tight platforming level.
Yeah, this level is part of the reason why we do subcon first, along with needing a lot of pawns in order to complete this chapter. We do subcon first because for this level you need the hookshot upgrade that you get inside of subcon.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate how strict the any percent routing is. Like there's little to be creative with, just because of things like pawn counts and like hookshot requirements. But is what it is.
Yeah, Suar's having a really good train rush. He actually gets the platform skip, where he walks off and has a platform that's moving very fast under him, carry him forward a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty finicky to get. You have to like time when you actually start falling off, but you also have to be fast enough to make it. But you can also be too fast. So it's really good on him. Yeah, I don't think he's even gotten hit. Oh no, he got hit once. But oh well, no, he had to fall for train skip. So yeah, he hasn't gotten hit. It's really good. And then he's crafting the ice hat here because he did get the last yarn for that, and he's just kind of sharing the cutscene time with the Hatcraft cutscene with the timepiece cutscene. So yeah, he'll use the ice hat during parade in a little bit. He's gonna take a break and go do gallery. And after he does this level, it'll spawn him in front of the telescope again. So as long as he does it,
kind of low on pawns, which makes me think he's probably gonna do Murder on the Orient Express rifts after the. Because he actually can't do parade right now. Because 149 pawns, you need 150 to get into.
Yeah. I think you can get, like, how many do you need if you're going into parade when you did murder first? Is that?
You want?
I think it's like 7. You want 156. Okay.
Yeah, because there's 44 pawns inside the parade. And you need 50 at the end of parade in order to get to chicken racing.
Oh, he got the best color. Cool.
PogChamp. Yeah, at the end of each time rift, you get a little roulette wheel that lets you get different cosmetics. Actually, don't think he's gotten a CD yet, which is pretty late in the run already without getting a CD.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yoshi walked past those guys without triggering them.
I was wondering what he was doing. I think it's... If you miss those guys, I think it's faster to actually get it at the end after you hit the dog.
Maybe. So does DJ spawn after doing this?
Yeah,
after
so
you hit the dog?
he did the first and the second endorsement that you would do in the old room.
Yeah.
Because he did that, the dog is now spawned for some reason.
Yeah, but does DJ... Oh, DJ does talk to you. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no tech to that. You just do them in a different order.
Yeah. You just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm mad that I didn't notice that. Because I made the old route like a couple weeks after I started running the game. And I went through like 20 different routes trying to figure that out. So I'm kind of mad I didn't notice the dog spawn.
Yeah, it's kind of it's an interesting find so late in the game already.
Yeah. Is this Mario Galaxy 3?
Suar is heading towards the big parade, I think. Yeah, he has to do it now. There are some new strats that I don't know if he's going to go for, but it'll be pretty PogChamp if he does. It involves void warping yourself in order to teleport around, in order to complete some objectives.
Yeah, I just found out about that like right before my race, so I don't even know how it works.
It is very new. It is found. It's not even 24 hours old right now.
It's insane, dude. How do you even void out on this level?
So you make the crowd hit you, and then you stand underneath one of the houses, or like those like what Suar's on right now, the sort of balconies, I guess.
Okay.
You make the crowd hit you up, and then you don't move at all. It just forces you up, and then the game thinks you can't move anymore, so it just voids you out.
Oh, okay. But then, like, how do you set up your position then?
So you, he's not gonna do it, unfortunate. But the way you set your position is you stand still in one spot, and then you start walking on the tight ropes to get around, because the tight ropes don't change your position.
Got it. Okay. So basically, he would like stand next to this dial, and then double jump off and try and get to another dial.
Yeah, exactly.
Without actually touching the ground.
Yeah, you can actually touch the ground as long as you don't like double jump onto it. It's kind of hard to explain. I can talk to you about it after this if you'd like.
Yeah. So Yoshi going for a train, going his train rush. I wonder if he'll go for a train skip or not. I mean, it's probably worth it for him to at least try it if he's kind of far behind right now. Looks like he is going for it.
Yeah, it's good movement. He should make this.
Oh, he went too fast.
Oh, that was too fast, actually.
That's unfortunate. You can correct that if you know that you're going too fast. You can kind of just hold to one side instead, like hold to the left. But yeah, it's kind of hard to gauge as well because it's like whether or not you need to do that is dependent on your movement to the front of the platform there. So it's a little rough. Oh yeah, Suar stream. Okay, it's back.
Okay.
It's stuttering a little bit. That's unfortunate. But
we're having some quality issues on Suar's side right now. Hopefully that clears up in a little bit. For now, I guess Yoshi is on the final stage of Train Rush. Ooh, unfortunate. He's trying to do a dive cancel in order to get onto the platforms quicker.
He might.
Die.
This is like actually kind of spook. Okay, he made it.
He's good. So our stream is still having some issues right now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate and as long as we get an update every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Welcome to Microsoft PowerPoint featuring Hatgate.
Yeah. It's actually kind of unfortunate. Hopefully it clears up before it does this trick coming up. There's another death warp coming up at the end of this level, which is very huge if you miss it or not. It's a pretty high risk, high reward strat. It looks like it's trying to come back to life, but it's having some issues. Yeah, we can see him taking damage. He's setting himself to 1 HP, and then he's gonna ice hat on top of this telephone pole, and then have the owls that are chasing you hit you into the timepiece.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat setup. It was kind of cool because we found out about the death warp, and then like 2 days later found this setup that's like faster. Because before you would when we found this strat, we thought, oh, you just have to like stand next to the timepiece and maybe get the owls to hit you, but you get basically the whole time to set this up, and it's pretty neat.
YoshiMaster showing off some big brain DSJs. Normally, you SDJ in order to get across to the little platform, but he's just DSJing, which I think might actually be slower because you get more height versus more distance.
Yeah. But I mean, it is on a cycle at the end, so it might not matter.
Yeah, so we didn't get to see it, but Suar actually did get the parade death. Frames, please come back. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but he did take 2 damage at the start there. 3 damage. He's setting up for another death warp at the end because this rift also has the parade guys following you, so very similar to the parade death warp itself. You can skip the roulette that normally comes at the end of the time rifts by having them kill you. Yeah, he's just gonna stand on that end platform right in front of the timepiece and let him smack him. Kind of hard to tell, but yeah, he did do that. Trust.
Oh, we're kind of back. We have audio now. All right, we might be back now. We might be in business. Maybe not. Commentator's curse.
It's trying. Oh, I see it kind of back.
Right.
I see it's smoother, not perfect, but it's better.
At least we can tell he's not splicing it anymore.
Hey man, it's the Comcast Gambit. Yeah, there is like a 3-minute differential here on loads as well, so this is still kind of a close race. Like if Suar messes up in finale, then this is like still doable.
Yeah, we have actually seen races, particularly Waterward versus Headstrong, where the runner was Headstrong was very far ahead of what against Waterbird. By the way, I should actually stop talking about this. YoshiMaster is doing the brand new strat.
Oh, is he?
Hopefully he gets it. He can't do it anymore actually. That's unfortunate.
Oh, because he got hit by the guys, huh?
Yeah. And he had 1 HP, so he couldn't actually do the void out. That's unfortunate. Alright, Spark completed. Cheating the race, I guess.
Is it?
Good framework.
Would it be faster? Have people tested it on the buttons phase as well? If the void out is faster?
Yeah. There's a 2-second time save that Spy's found so far.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's a very cool trick. I'm gonna be practicing it after this race, actually.
Wait, so can you walk after setting your position, or do you have to like be jumping or something?
What was that? Sorry.
What actions can you do to avoid resetting your position?
I think as long as you're on the tight ropes and you only, like, if you jump off the tight rope and then land on the ground, it doesn't reset your position. But I think if you jump and then land on the ground again after that, it does reset your position.
But you can like walk around.
Yeah, you can walk around.
Okay.
So if you land and then don't jump, you can walk around on whatever you landed on from the tight ropes.
Gotcha.
So as far as actually headed towards finale right now, he has a little bit of a
excuse me,
sequence with Mustache Girl that he has to complete, and now he's heading into finale.
Oh yeah, I missed this in my race earlier. It's a little platform skip.
This gate. You're supposed to have the Dweller Mask, which is a hat that we don't craft in the 80% run. The reason why we don't make it is because it's a lot of yarn, and we need the ice hat in order to do Mailroom, which is a 15-second level. So it's very fast. But yeah, normally you need a Dweller Mask as well to complete finale because of a huge barrier. But there's a trick coming up that you'll see Suar doing, maybe, if the frames stay up, where you can just ride along the top of the entire level.
Oh, this is unfortunate for Yoshi. It looks like he messed up the Death Warp setup.
Yeah.
And so he might not be going for it. He might just grab a timepiece here.
Could do, yeah,
he just grabs it. Yeah, it looks like he got hit or something and freaked out.
Yeah, one thing to mention, Suar had a little bit of a trouble getting out of bounds, so he took an extra damage. If he gets to the Mustache Girl fight and dies, he is going to have to save an exit and do the entire finale over again. Oh yeah, this is kind of risk. But yeah, if he can beat the first phase without taking damage, then he'll be fine. But yeah, because you're sliding on top of the level here, you skip basically all of the checkpoints, and also you can't do the level normally. So the spot that if you die at the end, it puts you at a weird checkpoint like halfway through the level, and there's no way to get back out of bounds. So he does dodge a couple invisible walls there and jumps over a gap without having to get back on top. So hard part of that is over, and it's really just the slide or the fight, this first phase of the fight at the end here. Yeah, there's two big things coming up that he could mess up. He could fall down to the bottom, or he could get hit by Mustache Girl. So here's the part where he could fall down. Uh-oh. Oh. He did. Oh my gosh. Yoshi's still in this. Yoshi's still in this, dude. That's that's what, a 2-minute time loss? 2-minute time loss. Yoshi's still in this, dude. That is really that's really bad. That's really unfortunate. See, you gotta do my strat in the race, dude. Oh, and he gets bodied by the platform too. Yeah, he's trying to do some swag strats to get up faster, but he could have just waited for the elevator.
But yeah, there is a strat at the end of that that you can get on top of the throne room instead of going around the side.
Oh, no.
And it is a bit easier. It is really unfortunate. I mean, he still has a pretty decent lead because Yoshi still has to do cheating the race and he still has to do mailroom, and that is about 2 minutes. Oh, it looks like Suar's stream went down too.
Yeah. So we don't know what's going on right now on Suar's side.
Oh, there we go. Reset. Maybe.
He's having a lot of trouble getting over this.
It's, yeah, he's probably flustered from falling, so it's like maybe playing on tilt a little bit. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really hard to tell whether or not.
So he entered this level at 44, and he's got about 2 minutes. Yoshi's got about 2 minutes to enter finale at the same time. I think they're actually like almost on the same pace.
Yeah,
now that
Suar
messed that up.
We'll know for sure once Yoshi actually enters the loading screen into finale. You just have to remember that Suar entered at 44 flat.
Yeah.
Actually, I think
Yoshi might be in the lead now.
Yeah, Yoshi might be ahead. This is
actually like super close, just because the load time differential is kind of hard to tell. But
yeah, it's hard to tell because of load times and other things.
Yeah, Yoshi has much faster load times.
Alright, Yoshi does get cheating the race first try, which is very important for this for him to still be in this race. If Suar messes up finale again, I think Yoshi has a good chance of taking this.
Yeah.
So
and there's still RNG in the boss fight too, so this is like neck and neck right now. So yeah, this level takes 20 seconds, so 43:20. Oh, did Yoshi get teleported back, or did Suar get teleported back to the beginning? Or did I just?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
he didn't. Okay. Oh yeah. He couldn't have. Never mind. I just glanced away and got freaked out. So yeah, let's see what happens here. You can do it, Suar. Just go on top, dude. Just go on top. Oh no, he's going around the side again. Okay, he got it this time, but he's still, and now he's not at risk of taking one damage as well. So there's that out of the window. But once he gets into the final boss fight, then
yeah, the only major mistake he can make now is dying on this fight, but that's pretty unlikely, I think.
Yeah, I think he's already got it.
Actually, it looks like Suar is still ahead by a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He still had about like 15-20 seconds. But again, RNG could change this as well.
Yeah, if YoshiMaster gets a really good finale and then good RNG, with Suar getting bad RNG, I think that's his chance to actually win this.
Yeah,
it's all down to finale.
It's really all down to finale. This is a really tight race for the PB differentials that these two guys have. Yoshi having a little trouble getting into finale. But yeah, Suar, you do use the brewer hat a lot throughout this boss fight as well, just to kind of do damage to her when you weren't really supposed to. So yeah, looks like Suar had about a 30-second lead when... Yeah, because he's entering at 44:30. So yeah, it's about a 30-second differential between these guys, and then RNG. Still on Yoshi not to choke finale as well, not to like fall off or die or anything. And
Suar's stream is dying yet again, unfortunately, right at the end of the race.
Right at the hype, dude.
Pretty unfortunate.
Well, I seen one cherry.
Yeah, so the part that he's in right now is the RNG part. Basically, with each attack that you give Mustache Girl, or that you hit Mustache Girl, it gives her a chance to bring up the shield. And when she does, you have to wait for Snatcher to throw you another cherry, and it's just really annoying time loss for each cherry.
Yeah, and you're guaranteed 2 hits per phase, but it's possible to only need 1 phase if you get lucky enough that she doesn't go back in her bubble at all. So it's between 1 and 4 cherry cycles that she could give you. And then there's also some variance in like how fast each other attack cycle is. Like if she goes underground, then it's a little bit longer than if she lasers or bounce houses or something.
I like that name for that attack more than what most people call it.
Oh, Yoshi got the and he died. Oh,
yeah. I think
so he got the teleport. So yeah, Suar's not the bag now. I think
he had a hard time getting up. I could have been close. I think Suar still probably would have had it. I can't really see what kind of cherry RNG he got, but
I think he got a 2 or 3 cherry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's in the final phase now, so it's like he can't die anymore.
Yeah. There's nothing
gonna get
up.
So yeah, he's basically gonna get like a high 49 or a low 50 now. But yeah, what happened to Yoshi there is he was trying to get on top, and then because I think he did get on top properly, but then what happened is he got kind of stuck on weird geometry, and there's a safety mechanism in this game where if you get stuck in weird geometry and you get stuck there for more than a second and you can't move, the game teleports you to your last good position, which unfortunately for him is like all the way at the very start of the level. And he would have been slower anyways, even if he had a decent lead coming in, because it looks like he goes back on top to dive roll out. He doesn't go for the invisible wall dodges. So just a little strat differential. Yeah, it's hard to see what's happening here. But yeah, there's a slight slight strat variance anyways. He would have lost another 10 or 15 seconds. Splicing a 1 cherry VRB. Yeah, it looks like Suar's finished up. He's going to get like a mid 49 here. 4930X. Yep, 4930 flat. Nice. So.
Ooh, YoshiMaster gets the camera glitch. Hopefully he knows how to get out of it.
He got it.
Alright, he got it. Yeah, so Suar is going to be the winner of this race. It is impossible for YoshiMaster to kill Mustache Girl in under 1:30.
Yeah, this fight takes like 3.5 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
3.5 to 4 minutes.
So unfortunate on both sides for the finale. But Suar with the better run going up to finale is what's going to carry him into the victory.
Yeah, that was a huge boon to him, is having a pretty consistent run the whole way through. I mean, there were a few things that he messed up that could have gone better, namely bag skip. I think he got it third or fourth try.
Yeah.
Although Yoshi didn't go for it, I think Yoshi actually saved time on him on that level, and then there was maybe one other thing that he messed up. I can't remember. And then obviously the bad finale on both sides. It could have been super close. Coming down to the end, if Yoshi hadn't choked, it could have been like maybe a 40-second race, dependent solely on RNG. But yeah, GG's to both players.
Yeah, throwing us for a little bit of a sense of danger at the end, Suar.
Yeah, man, he wanted to keep it interesting, you know.
Yeah. It'd be a little more interesting if we could, actually watch it. But
yeah, we get to watch the final cutscene, but we don't get to watch the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's legendary.
It's unfortunate.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there you have it. Suar, or Yoshi's time is now over Suar's, so
yeah, and he
Yoshi
still has
officially lost, unfortunately.
So let's talk a little bit about what the bracket looks like after that. So Suar will go on to face my co-commentator Pulsar pretty soon here. So Suar moves on into winners round 3, and Yoshi This is match 18. Where is loser 18? Yoshi will go on to face Freak the Mighty in the losers bracket. So, good stuff for him. Oh, congratulations, Suar.
Hey, Suar. What's up, man?
Dude, this run.
Yeah,
that was kind of
a scary ending there.
Hey, you kept it close though. I mean, like if Yoshi choked finale skip as well, he got teleported back to the beginning and also and then fell off. So, but going into it, he was only 30 seconds behind you going into finale. When you take load times into account and stuff like that, because you went after you failed it, you entered finale at 44, and Yoshi entered at 44:30. So it was actually pretty close at the end there, but you both choked.
That's unfortunate. I think that would have been a PB for Yoshi otherwise.
Oh yeah, it probably would have, huh? Because he's coming up on he had a 51:48, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he lost like 2 minutes to, or a minute and a half to what he did. So yeah, he would have had like a 45-second, 50-second PB.
Yeah, he's actually really close to his PB. He's unfortunately not actually gonna get to beat 51:48.
Oh my gosh, he's losing to his PB by 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Oh, that's unfortunate, dude. Oh my gosh.
That's sad. Yoshi.
Yeah, we'll get him in here too if he wants.
I'm so mad at this run, seriously.
I mean, you had a really good run going up to it, going up to finale. There were a few things that were a little awkward, but
yeah, Golden Vault. My game lagged out, and I didn't make the climb up the tower.
Oh yeah, you had the level load lag.
That was really unfortunate. Third try back skip.
Yeah, that as well. And then there was the checkpoint in
the battle in village.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you fell off the. Yeah, that was the other one.
Just like jump.
So yeah, there was maybe like what 2 minutes worth of just raw errors.
Yeah, and then finale. This could have been a 45. Dude, I got fast draw and murder. That was so incredible.
We were freaking out, dude.
That was. I didn't even know.
I was freaking out as well.
last time I talked to someone about that, I thought it was theory. I didn't think that we actually had a setup for it when I came in to commentate this race.
It's still ridiculous, and I never got it before. This was the first time I got it.
You were just going for it.
Hey, what's up, Yoshi?
Oh, hey, Yoshi. GG.
GG.
My guy. Yeah, Yoshi, we were just saying to Suar that because both of you actually messed up finale, but when Suar messed it up, he went back in and entered at 44 minutes, and you entered finale at 44 minutes 30. So you guys were actually really close leading up to that. It was a much closer race than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, if Suar had messed up finale one more time, I think you could have taken that, Yoshi. That was a little scary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good race, and you almost PB'd too.
Yeah.
Like you've definitely. How much prep have you put in for the tournament so far, or have you just been kind of running with the same strats?
Same strats. I was kind of disappointed on parade. I tried.
Yeah, we thought you were going for it, but
Oh, Yoshi.
Did you get hit by a rocket? Or something, or?
No. Whenever I was on the dial, I got hit like twice, which meant I couldn't even try it because I had 1 health.
Yeah.
That's what you. Okay, but also the death warp at the end as well. You had to skip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're showing a lot of potential though with this, and you still got a chance in the losers bracket. But yeah, I mean if you're playing close to your PB, then I think that you've got a pretty good chance to make a decent losers run.
Yeah, you are going up against
Freak the Mighty.
Freak the Mighty.
And his PB is only 2 spots higher on. He's only 10 seconds faster than you on the leaderboard, so
yeah, that'll be a close race.
That'll be a really good race.
Without the choke, you would have been higher than him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was
That
really
would have been a huge PB.
And yeah, what was it at the end of, or like in the middle of the slides? You were trying to get back on top, and
Yeah, I was trying to go for a safe route, and then I was not high enough whenever I went up, so I missed it, and then I tried going for the next one, but it was too late at that point. I got stuck.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, GG's to both of you guys. I don't know what's the schedule looking like. Do we have?
There is another race coming up.
Yeah. Hardcore at 6, I think. Hardcore versus Sefi.
Yeah, in about an hour and 20 minutes, there will be another race.
What time do... Yeah, they rescheduled it, right? They
Yeah, it's hard.
rescheduled it to CT.
Yeah, Hardcore Cheese and Sephi are going to be playing. That is, I think that's another. Yeah, that's another winners bracket.
And really close.
Yeah, that's going to be a good race as well. So be sure to tune in for that one. And that we don't have a stream. We don't have a channel, a speed game channel set up for that yet. And we don't have one assigned, but it should be streamed at some point on one of the speed gaming channels. Speed gaming 1 through 4 or 5. I don't know how many there are. But yeah. Be sure to join the Boop Troop Discord, guys. We've got a lot of... If you guys want to get involved, start running, talk to the runners, stuff like that. And check out like the tourney chat and check out the schedule as well. I was like, when I was saying Speed Gaming 2 should be the Sephi and Hardcore Cheese stream later on today in about what's East Coast now. It'll be in about an hour and 20 minutes, so shouldn't be yeah, it'll just be in a little while.
Well, yeah, that's gonna do it for us today, for now at least. So thank you all very much for watching. I'm Pulsar, and I'm done commentating this afternoon tournament.
Alright, peace out, guys, and yeah, GG's again to both the runners, Suar and Yoshi. Congrats to you guys.